Okay, I'm going to make a video solving all of the problems on the Mini-Celeb prep review that we have here. So let's roll. So first several are just calculating the slope. So we're going to subtract the y's on top. So this is our formula. So it's going to be 3 minus 2 over 4 minus 1. So that's going to be 1/3. That's your final answer. And if it's helpful to label your points, you can label them x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So you can see kind of which ones you're subtracting. Alright. Next one, we're going to do the same thing. So we got negative 4 minus 5 over 3 minus a negative 2. So that's negative 9 over 5. That's the best we can do. Remember, 3 minus a negative 2 is 3 plus 2. Alright. Third one, same thing. We're going to subtract the y's on top, so negative 2 minus a negative 2, and 4 minus a negative 3. So that would be 0 over 7. Anytime we have 0 over a number, we're going to say the answer is 0. Next one, we're going to subtract the y's on top, so we got 9 minus a negative 2, and then on the bottom 4 minus 4, so we have 11 over 0, and we have to say that this is undefined. That's the answer that I'm taking, undefined. Can't divide by 0. Okay, the rate of change, we're going to look to see how much it's going up and over, and you can really take any 2 points and you can figure out how much you're going up and how much you're going over. You can tell that you're going up 2 miles for every 10 seconds, so that's the rate of change. You go up 2 miles for every 10 seconds. So that's your rate of change, or you could reduce it if you wanted to, so the 2 can cancel with the 10, so you could say 1 mile every 5 seconds, if you want to do that. Same. Either one of those would be acceptable for a rate of change. This one deals with time and speed, so you can take any 2 points again, and you can see, for instance, if you take these 2 points, you can see that you're going down and then you're going over. So when you go down, you're going down 16 because you're going from 32 to 16, so that is minus 16. And you include your units, that's feet per second, so negative 16 feet per second. And then the units on the x-axis here are seconds, so that's over, and that's 1 second. From 6 to 7 there, that's only 1 second. So that would be the answer. Negative 16 feet per second per second. So it actually turns out to be acceleration, but that's good. So negative 16, we'll go with that. Alright. These ones are the ones where you're just plugging them in to the slope-intercept form. So we just plug in 2 numbers that are given. So m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Slope, y-intercept. So the first one, we go y equals 4x, and then plus whatever the y-intercept is, so it's 8. and then this one is y equals 3/7 x minus 1. Number 9, we have y equals 4/3 x plus 0, but you don't really have to put the plus 0. And then this one is y equals 0x minus 5. So you can simplify that, and you can say y equals -5. I'll take either one of those. You don't really have to put in that 0x, so the circled answer is a little bit better. Okay, we're going to write these in point-slope form, and then slope-intercept form. So y minus whatever the y-coordinate is, so y minus 8 equals the slope, and then x minus whatever the x-coordinate is, which is 6. So that's point-slope, and then we want to distribute it. So it's going to be y minus 8 equals 1/3 x minus, and when you multiply 1/3 times 6, you could do that off to the side, and you can tell if you multiply straight across, that's going to be 6/3. So that is 2. 6/3 is the same as 2. So that means 1/3 times 6 is 2, so we put that in there. And then last step is to add the 8 plus 8. So y equals 1/3 x plus 6. The next one, we're just given 2 points, so you have to figure out the slope first. So we go m equals, and you subtract the y's on top, so that's -3 minus a -9, and on the bottom that's 3 minus 1. So we get -3 plus 9, which is 6, and then on the bottom that's 2, and so then that gives you 3. So we get a slope of 3, and then you take one of the points and the slope, and you write it in point-slope form. So y minus a -9 equals 3x minus 1, and then we're going to distribute. So we get 3x minus 3, and this is y plus 9. And then we're going to get the y by itself, so we got to subtract 9. So we get y equals 3x minus 12. Okay, now we get into graphing a little bit. So first we pull out what the slope is. So the slope is whatever's in front of the x when it's in slope-intercept form. So that's 3/5. The y-intercept is right here. It's -1, so that's 0, -1. So we can plot those 2 points. So the y-intercept, the y-intercept is 0, -1, which is right there. And then the slope is 3/5. So you go up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rise over run, connect the dots. This one is not in slope-intercept form yet, so you just have to subtract the 3x over to the other side. So you just do minus 3x minus 3x, so y equals -3x plus 5. So the m is -3, the y-intercept is 0, 5. So you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a nice dot, and then your slope is -3, so you go down 1, 2, 3, and over 1, connect the dots.
Good night, boss.
Alright, thanks. I'm making a little video.
Awesome.
So, no, you're good. So, x-intercept, X-intercept, you're going to plug in a 0 for the Y. So we're going to go negative 2x, and we're going to put in a 0 for the Y. And so we get negative 4 over there. So we're going to solve for x. So now we can divide by negative 2 on both sides. So x equals 2, so that's going to be 2 comma 0. And then let's go ahead and find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept means that we're going to plug in a 0 for the x. So we put in a 0 for the x. And so the y-intercept, that's going to all become 0, so y equals negative 4. So 0, negative 4 is the y-intercept. So we can plot these 2 points. So 2, 0, and 0, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just connect those dots, and there's your graph. Just make sure we're good here. Alright. Yeah. Okay, and then last one, I think, is the x and y intercepts again. So x-intercept, we're going to plug in a 0 for the y again, so I'm going to show a little more work. So 3x plus 2 times 0 equals negative 6. It's going to be negative 3x, because that's going to disappear, the 2 times 0. And then we're going to divide by negative 3, so we get x equals 2. So we're going to go 2, 0, that's our x-intercept. And then y-intercept, we're going to plug in a 0 for the x, so it'll be negative 3 times 0 plus 2y equals negative 6. 0, that'll cancel out, so it'll be 2y equals negative 6. And so then y will equal negative 3. So that means it'll be 0, negative 3. So we'll plot those points, 2, 0, and 0, negative 3. Connect the dots, you're good. So this is 2, 0, and 0, negative 3. That should be it. Good luck.